Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. This is episode... Oh, how do I get out of here? This is episode... I think I've gone out the side. No, I missed the door. Episode 313 of Far Lands or Bust. Ironically, episode 313 comes on the last day of 2013. Totally planned it that way from the get-go. That is exactly what I've been on about in trying to get these dates to line up with the numbers of the episodes. No, not at all. That is not what I've been doing at all. But yeah, welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. How you doing, Wolfie? Oh, your tail's a little bit down. Let's give you some bones. Bloop. Oh, I need to go find some more pigs to find more bones, because that makes sense. Indeed. So yeah, here we are. Episode 313, like I said, last day of 2013. It is Tuesday, December 31st, 2013. And I want to take a moment to thank those people who continue to donate to Child's Play charity, even though we're in kind of a strange limbo type area here with Far Lands or Bust. We have reached our goal. We have destroyed the goal of $100,000 for this season 4. We are at $167,983.01 at the time of this recording. Hello, you've grown up big and tall. Well done. So that's what we're at. So we've definitely reached the goal. Thanks to, most part, the Mindcrack Marathon that happened a few months ago. And, you know, we're still taking donations at farlandsorbust.com for Child's Play charity. But there's no specific goal. I'm still working out the scheduling for Flobathon. Obviously, it's not going to happen in 2013. Flobathon, for those who are new to Far Lands or Bust, is the celebratory live stream where I do Far Lands or Bust for a non-trivial amount of time, and then at the end of the live stream, I press F3, and that is when we find out how far we have walked since the previous time we pressed F3, all the way back in 2011? No, 2012. Bleh. 2012, I believe that was August, was the last Flobathon. We pressed that, and our number was 699492, so it's going to be well above that. It's been over a year, well over a year, since a Flobathon, and a little roundabout kind of finale to a season of Far Lands or Bust is always with the Flobathon after we raise the dedicated? Why did I say that word? The specific, that's what the word I was looking for. The specific amount that we were looking for a season. So still figuring that out. Be patient. Right now, Zeldathon is going on, so go to zeldathon.net. That's with MC Gamer and the whole Zeldathon crew. They're raising money for St. Jude's. That's another great charity gaming live stream event. So go check out Zeldathon. But yes, I did want to thank everybody who continues. Some very generous donations still are coming in, even in this kind of, like I said, lull, this kind of limbo-esque situation we're in with Far Lands or Bust. I really do appreciate the continued support. And it's the reason why I keep, even in the meantime, coming out with these episodes of Far Lands or Bust. But yeah, I figured today, as we make more progress, and make sure that when we do press F3, it is an impressive number. We're heading west here. I figured at some point I will do a little bit of a recap. It's been a while since I've done a Far Lands or Bust recap, like I said, for those new subscribers. Also a little bit, I'm not too much on the New Year's resolutions or looking back or looking forward nostalgically or whatnot. So you're not going to find too much of a year in review, a recap sort of thing from me. But I will kind of mention a few things like that. Let's get some pork chops for Wolfie here. Receive a shovel, and then Wolfie. Yep, there we go. Yoink. That guy's a little bit close to the edge. You there. Woof. Jump attack. Perfect. Just the right amount. And there's our golden apple. So So yeah, we're continuing on here. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, a little bit of a, how about a Farlands Bust recap? How about that? This is Farlands Bust. My name is Kurt. We are walking to the Farlands. This is Minecraft Beta. This is the beta version of Minecraft, beta version 1.7.3. Not to be confused with the current version of the game, 1.7.4. They kind of messed up the numbering with the 1 points and stuff like that. But yeah, this is beta 1.7.3. That's why I don't have a hunger bar. That's why I don't have any enchanted items or anything. This sword isn't enchanted. I'm just using a texture pack that is available in the video description below. Somebody a long time ago, Axis1, a very long-term Farlander, made a special texture pack just for me. It makes the sword a little bit blue and gives me a nice background that says Farlands are Bust, and it says Farlands are Bust on my beds, and it makes the trees a little bit more interestingly colored, and the leaves, and clay. Clay is red. Everybody always asks, what's the red stuff on the ground and the sand? It's clay. I always kind of complained that clay is kind of a weird muddy gray texture, so they made it red. Or they, Axis 1 made it red. Little changes like that. But yeah, this is beta 1.7.3. This is before the terrain changes with beta 1.8. That is when they added biomes and villages, kind of a precursor. Well, that was technically the adventure update. That was when they added the hunger bar and things like that. And in doing so, in the terrain changes, it inadvertently, or vertently, got rid of the Farlands. The Farlands are the mystical, magical, far-off lands when you travel, in this version of the game, to about 12.5 million blocks from spawn in any direction. It's when the mathematics of the terrain generation goes all wibbly-wobbly, and you end up getting these vertical cliffs and inverted biomes and lands, I suppose you could say, and just a crazy place. Totally awesome. There are videos out there. You could technically, with player commands, teleport yourself there, but I am walking legitimately without any such modifications or shortcuts or cheats. And I have been walking since March 2011, since episode 11 of Farlands or Bust. It was called Minecraft Adventures at first. But I at one point said, let's go to the Farlands. Just because exploring and seeing the lands and crazy stuff like that is kind of my favorite thing about Minecraft, is the terrain generation, the seamless, quote-unquote, endless, infinite terrain generation, although we're out to prove that it is not infinite. So that, you know, as opposed to building, you know, fighting and adventure is part of some of my favorite things about Minecraft as well, but we don't run into too much of that here in Farlands or Bust. I try to avoid that by sleeping every night. That resets my spawn. In this version of the game, the beds work, and it resets your spawn, so that in the unlikely and unfortunate event I were to die, which I haven't yet. This entire time I have not died in this world of Minecraft. But if I were to die, I would spawn back at my previous bed, as opposed to all the way back at spawn, which would be a terrible thing to lose all this progress. I do keep backups of the world and the game, but I have not used them for any such purposes as dying or anything like that. I just keep them in case a recording screws up, or a render or something screws up, just in case I need to go back and re-record. It's happened a few times. Look up the hidey hole paradox. I've had some problems when that happens and I restore from a backup. But yeah, we are continuing on here in a westward direction, and we are already noticing, I'll show you when I build the first elevated hidey hole of the evening here. We are already experiencing some of the effects of getting so far away from your spawn in Minecraft. These effects still even happen in the current versions of the games. It's a simple, maybe not simple, but a basic mathematical programming principle known as floating point integer precision errors. And as you can see, as I place down the bed, the little black selection box that you use to select a box in Minecraft is actually way off. And that is due to the rounding errors, since, you know, if we're over 1,000,000 blocks from spawn, the little decimal moves one place to the left, therefore the position on the map gets less and less accurate to that decimal point. And that is what we've been experiencing for a long time, and it gets progressively worse. But until the mobs start spawning, let's go to sleep, and I'll tell you more about it in the morning. And awakeness. And now our spawn is set here, so that's why I leave the bed. So every episode, I have to make 3 beds, so a constant supply of wool and wood is indeed needed. And I have tested that. That little platform does work as a spawn point. There is that one empty block at the edge, which allows me to spawn if I were to die. I tested that in another world. Also, in this version of the game, in the current version of the game, if you try to sleep while there are mobs nearby, it won't let you sleep. But in this version of the game, if you sleep while there is a space within, I believe, 2 blocks of your bed where a mob could potentially spawn, or maybe it's 3 blocks, you will be woken up and a mob will spawn. That happened once already. I was in a cave, I believe, where I tried to sleep, and there was a cave on the other side of the wall or near my bed. There just happened to be a block available that was below a certain light level that a mob could have spawned, so instead they woke me up and spawned a zombie right next to my bed, and then you have to fight it. So that's kind of a mechanic I wish they still had, but I guess that really wouldn't work in multiplayer modes and things like that. That wouldn't be too conductive to people sleeping at different points and in different areas around a multiplayer world. What else? Yeah, we've been raising money for Child's Play charity for 3 seasons now. The first season we raised $8,200 was the goal, and then I pressed F3 after the first Flabathon, and it was 292,202, 292,000 blocks from spawn. And then the next season, season 3, technically, we raised $29,220. That was based on the previous F3 number. But then by the end of the Flabathon, we'd actually raised $70,000 because we had all these stretch goals and fun things we were doing on the stream, and it was a 3-day stream. It was a nice long live stream, 24 hours total, 8 hours a day. And at the end of that, like I said, 699,492, and we've been walking for a long way since. So it's very possible indeed that we've doubled that number by now, but I guess we won't find out until I'm able to schedule the next Flabathon. I will keep you updated. Please be patient. Please be patient. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. What else? I don't know that I have much else to answer. I think that pretty much sums up Far Lands or Bust. For the beginner, you don't technically have to go back and watch all the Far Lands or Bustuses, but you certainly could if you'd like. Like I said, we're on episode 313 here. On episode 200, I went to the Nether for the first and the last time and gathered some glowstone dust and netherrack, which I'm going to place. I always make a monument near the F3 areas, and I will place those atop the monument when I press F3 this next time. And then in episode 311, just a few episodes ago, I found a golden apple, the first golden apple I've ever found in Minecraft in a chest, but in this world, totally. So, and I did some math, which is kind of funny. Me doing math is quite funny because I'm terrible at it, but I did some math, and it's actually, there's no apples in this game. I mean, in this version of the game, beta 173, they don't naturally spawn. You can't find any red apples anywhere without cheating them in. So the golden apple is indeed, in this version of the game, the rarest item you can find. You have a 0.66% chance, so 2/3% chance of finding a golden apple in a dungeon chest, which is where I found this one. And I did the math. And 311 episodes, I said, let's say I find a dungeon once every other episode. That might not be completely accurate. That might not be, I know I find more, I know I find less. They're still factoring in the flobathons where I find a bunch of spawners and things. But let's just say I found at least one spawner every other episode. So you divide the number of episodes, 311, in half, and then you multiply that by the 0.66% chance of finding a golden apple. And by episode 311, I should have found 1.03 golden apples. So it's like, it almost seems like, well, I should have found a golden apple on episode 311, or, give or take 5 or 6 episodes is about one golden apple. So it was really cool doing that math. I think I did the math correctly as well. You can double check that. And of course, it's totally not scientific at all. I could have found a golden apple on the first day. It's totally random. But that's just the percentage chance. So I found that to be really funny and really quite appropriate, if I do say so. And I do. Speaking of numbers, talking about the end of 2013 here today, I went back and just did a little bit of statistics. This is episode 313. We started the year on episode 203 of Far Lands or Bust, so we have had 110 episodes of Far Lands or Bust this year. That's a pretty good number. My channel in general, I put up 470 videos about. I just looked at my archive, my save archive on my hard drive here. I separate by year, and then I just looked at all the video files I had for this year. There might be a few duplicates or messed up renders in there. Some of those might have just been those quick little 30-second announcement videos or anything like that. But let's say, including this episode, 470 videos on the channel. So you could have potentially watched one video a day from Kurt J. Mack. Of course, that's including all Far Lands or Bustas, the Mindcrack, UHC, the racing games, the grids, the Tomb Raiders, the one-off kind of first looks, first impression videos. So that's really cool. That's a cool statistic to look at. And also, I started the year with 130,000 subscribers, and now we're at 312,000 subscribers. So more than doubled our subscribers in the past year. That's really awesome. And it's certainly not the most explosive growth of any channel I've ever seen and whatnot, but that's all right. I like slow and steady. It's been well enough for me, and I do welcome each and every one of the new Farlanders of that 312 some odd Farlanders. You could say I gained about 1,000 subscribers per episode of Far Lands or Bust. Oh, everything's falling into place. Everything's coming up Millhouse. But yeah, that's really cool. And also, we had, some highlights, I suppose. We didn't have a flobathon in 2013, just due to scheduling, and also due to, kind of a flobathon analog would be the Mindcrack Marathon, like I mentioned we had, where we raised $117,000 in 48 hours of continual live streaming with the Mindcrack guys, and then that went and rolled over into the Far Lands or Bust goal, which is great, which is what pushed us well over the top of our $100,000 goal for this season. Maybe, I don't know, in retrospect, maybe $100,000 for this Season 4 goal was a little bit lofty, and we did indeed need the Mindcrack Marathon to push it over the top there. We were at 47,000 before the Mindcrack Marathon, so, perhaps looking back, that was a little bit of a lofty goal. Far Lands or Bust is a little bit different than the majority of your Child's Play charity or gaming marathon charity fundraisers, in that, your Zelda-thons, your Desert Bus, your Mario marathons, things like that are more short-term live stream events where they will live stream for a week or 48 hours or whatever, and those tend to raise money much quicker than, say, Far Lands or Bust is more of a steady, slow burn, where I come out with an episode 3 times a week, reminding people to donate. I really don't. I'm a little bit more about, what's the term? Altruistic? I think that's the term. That type of charity giving where I don't really necessarily expect anything in return for charity giving, like a lot of these other ones. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of these other ones have like those stretch goals or game goals or little stunts. Oh, I'll eat a habanero pepper if we raise $1,000, or Zeldathon has a lot of fun with that, and that works a lot better with those type of Zeldathon live streams where there's a big group of people and it's kind of a party atmosphere. I'm kind of just, let's raise money. Let's raise money for a good cause, Child's Play charity, get toys, books, and games to kids in children's hospitals, and let's explore the far lands and do this little walk-a-thon. This kind of personal podcast type Minecraft Let's Play thing we're doing here. Oops. And, there's really no crazy pie in the face shape. Well, I did the Jason Statham initiative. I guess that's how we started the year. By raising $10,000 by the end of 2012, I said I would buzz cut my hair as Jason Statham, and we did that, so I did that. And then, of course, the F3 initiative is the main initiative for reaching the total goal for Far Lands or Bust. But I do appreciate everybody who continues to give, like I said, and I do like having a little bit different of a fundraiser type situation here than your standard fast live stream. Let's look. It's getting dark. Let's sleep. And awakeness. Indeedness. Wolfie agrees. So yeah, that is my thoughts. My thoughts. You have listened to them. What else? Oh, speaking. I forgot to mention this. I meant to mention this in the last Mindcrack episode, but a way to ring in the new year is play Mindcrack. Oh hey. Let's go this way. Let's let those guys burn to death, and then we will investigate. I have a bunch of arrows, guys. You better recognize. Better respect. Respect. Hey, I said respect. Oh, God, the little poof of smoke frightened me. Skeleton residue. There was another one over here. Yep. Where those guys came from. Probably just spawned naturally in this little dark area. I don't think there's a spawner. Alright, anyway, play Mindcrack. I put up a few videos where we were testing, myself and the Mindcrack guys, some of the mini games, but play Mindcrack is a kind of a multiplayer minigame server. You want to learn more, you go to playmindcrack.com in your web browser. The server IP for Minecraft is us.playmindcrack.com, but it's a very cool, kind of a new idea that we've had for the Mindcrack community. It's free to play, and there's, like I said, mini games, survival, where you're playing in the old Mindcrack worlds. There is the King of the Golden Monocle. There's the farm one, I forgot. A bunch of different little mini games, and then there's the museums where you can go onto the previous saves of the Mindcrack worlds from season 2 and 3 to go check out your favorite landmarks and builds and things, like the Mindcrack Royal Observatory and the ultimate King of the Ladder silo, and the old arena that B-Dubs built, and next to it was the Earl of Sandwich that I built, and fun stuff like that. And it's a really cool idea that Good definitely has been having many a sleepless night putting that together. Among the help from all the other guys and things, and I just wanted to mention that it was in a kind of a closed, limited beta earlier. This is cool. I like that little waterfall there that goes down and then out and then down again. That's what waterfalls do. That's why they're called waterfalls. So yeah, play Mindcrack. Go check that out. Kind of forgot to mention that in the last Mindcrack episode. So hopefully, if you're not following all the Mindcrack guys, you'll learn about that and maybe go check that out. Obviously, opening day. Today is opening day for that, so there might still be some bugs and issues to work out the kinks and whatnot, so be patient if that is the case. But it's a really cool thing, and I hope, you know, we're going to try to eventually, I know us guys do more group things on that server, group games and stuff like that, and videos, so hopefully I'll be able to feature that in the future. That was a terrible impression of a pig snort. What else? Yeah, I think I've kind of covered everything I wanted to cover in this. I mean, I suppose looking back, some of my favorite episodes and videos of the past year, we had my 6-year-old nephew Goober made an appearance on the Mindcrack server last season, which was a very popular video. I don't, you know, we played, you know, there are some I sometimes don't understand why some videos get more popular than others. For whatever reason, my Kerbal Space Program Flight to the North Pole is my most popular video. It has like 600,000 views, but it's like an hour-long video. I don't know why, you know, it's normally the agreed-upon thing amongst YouTubers is a shorter video, you know, 4 minutes or under is like the way to get a viral video, but my most popular video is over 50 minutes. The Kerbal Space Program Flight to the North Pole. It's not even a space mission. It's a one I recorded. It's a one I recorded in a spicy meatball. It's a one I recorded as a live stream where I made an airplane and just flew to the North Pole. I'm assuming maybe people are searching for flights to the North Pole, like looking for real-world flights to the North Pole, and maybe they're coming up with that video. I don't know, but that, you know, that I'm not quite sure I understand the dynamics of that. And also my cool little snowy canyony area here. The sinking simulator game, which is now defunct. I've only had 2 videos in that. That's a very popular video. People are very interested in sinking simulator. I'm not going to complain. I had fun while it lasted. But sinking simulator were popular videos. Oh, that's a spawner. But my rule is now, to save time, if it's not exposed... Oh, well now it's exposed. Ha ha! Alright, Wolfie, you... Wolf, come over here. And then I will dig my way into it. Since I found it, God, my rule is if it's not exposed, I don't explore it. 2014 is a year of breaking rules. Haha! Receive sunlight and die. Ba-twang, ba-twang, ba-twang. Hey, that one right through your face. There you go. Good job. Good job. Alright, let's torch this place up. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is dangerous. 1 chest, 2 iron ingots. I'll take it, and I will leave. Woof. Alright. I was hoping maybe there would be something amazing and magical in there, but nope, not too amazing. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, I was looking back at like just the history of videos and things. I think one of my goals in 2013 was to do more multiplayer stuff. I'm not sure I succeeded. We did start, that was the year we started Formula 1 with Beef. So I'm very happy to be doing that and continuing to do that. But I don't know if I really achieved my goal of doing many more multiplayer that, you know, I would have hoped to. So perhaps in 2014 we'll try a little bit harder with that. Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm not really much for the New Year's resolutions. You know, one of my things this year is I built my computer early on. Thanks to you guys, I did take some personal tip jar donations, is what I called them, to my personal, you know, to help me grow and expand my channel before I was even making any money through the YouTube partner program. And that allowed me to build my computer, which I'm currently using. But that was back in March of 2012. February, March 2012 is when I built this computer. So I believe 2014 is going to be the year of the new Kurt computer. And I think I will look at things such as keeping this computer and then using this computer that I'm recording on now for rendering and editing videos, and then just build this next computer solely for games and recording, which is a way a lot of the guys I know, BOO and other, I think Good also do similar things. Helps streamline the process a little bit. You know, there are times where I am rendering a video and I wish I could be recording at the same time, but it would be too laggy. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. And so that, I suppose, is a little goal, a plan, I suppose, more than a goal for this next year. I gotta look at what the kind of release schedule is. You know, I hate to build something and then the next month Intel comes out with a new chip, or Nvidia or something, you know, comes out with a new chip or graphics card thing, and I'm like, so we'll see. But I always, normally when I build computers, it's always a good idea to choose not the current bleeding edge early adopter release of stuff. It's good to choose the stuff that's a generation previous, because it's been tested and all the kinks are out, and it's also a lot cheaper. You don't pay that early adapter fee. So that's probably the route I'm going to go. So looking forward to that. Probably around the same time frame. Around the same time frame, I'll be building my computer. February, March, something like that. So that's looking good. But we are coming to the end of the episode. Episode 313, last of 2013. I do appreciate you watching. There's this really cool mountain over here I want to get to really quick just to see. The Mountain of 2014. Woo! We will have to climb and explore that in the next episode. Episode 314, which will come sometime in the near future, and also with additional news on what the plans are for Flobathon coming up soon. Yeah, this is as good a spot as any. Well, no, that's no good spot. There, that's good. Wolfie, where you at? Yeah, come up here. Bleep, 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 bleep. Woof! No, you're going to stay outside. I don't trust, since the end of the last Flobathon, the whole mechanics of you despawning if you occupy the same space as I do. Woof! We will see you next year, Wolfie! Over the sunset, keep watch. Bing bong. Oops, actually, whatever, that's fine. Let's make this hidey hole a full-size hidey hole. And again, I do appreciate everybody who continues giving to Child's Play charity through farlandsofbus.com. And I will have news, as I said, of the Flobathon sometime soon here. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give a little thumbs up. Happy New Year. Boo! And what am I trying to do? I'm trying to put down the crafting table. And I'm going to make 3 beds. Pop pop bing, pop pop bing, pop pop bing, blop blop blop. And a bloop. And a boat for good measure. And I wish everybody a safe and happy New Year's. Careful out there, careful driving if you're driving. We're getting a snowstorm, so I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. I did have some tentative plans, but we're expecting snow and it's just a mess. So be careful, be safe, and enjoy 2014. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.